Hi, so me again. Now this is the third video demonstration for Mobi Scales, but this is for Mobi Scales part 2. Now some people had a problem with the first one in that the sensors on their phone never work, and maybe they had like a tablet or something that never had the sensors in it. So now this is Mobi Scales part 2. Now you can use this one without using your sensors on your phone. So basically what we're doing here is we have to create something to weigh the object. Now this can be something really simple. For example, here what I've got here is I've got a small piece of wood. Now this could be anything, plastic, you know, something hard. I've got a piece of thin foam on one end, and on the other end I've got another piece of foam. So the piece of wood is actually balanced on the foam. Balanced on the foam there. Okay, I'll try and zoom out so you can see better. There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in. Right, so in order to use it, what you need is you need to have something flat like this wood. You need to have two reference points. Now these can be anything in the background which are fixed, which aren't going to move. So I've put a small kind of nail in here. That's one reference point, and then I've drawn a line here, a straight line. So now these are two reference points. So that's the base, and that's the ceiling, and then that's the actual balance. That's where we're going to weigh things. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. You can make that, you know, basic DIY skills in your own house. Just use whatever you've got. You know, it doesn't have to be foam. It can be like one of those plastic bags, or you know, a pack of crisps or something that's, you know, got like a bit of squeeze in it. Okay. So once you've got it set up, just have a little test of it. You know, just to make sure it is actually gonna move when you put something on it. You know, you don't want it to stay in the same position. And the best thing is, you know, you need to have quite a bit of movement. The more movement you've got, the better your reading is going to be. Now I've got a thin piece of foam. It's quite thin and it's not particularly that soft, so I've got some movement, but it's not, you know, it's not that much really. Okay, so just have a little play with things that you've got. So the first thing you want to do is basically, you know, load the app, press start, and then you want to calibrate it. In order to calibrate it, you need a known weight. Now just look around your house. Maybe you've got something like you know, 2-litre bottle of Pepsi or kind of Coke. Okay, so once you press calibrate, you're going to follow the same steps as you would when actually doing the weighing itself. So what it's going to ask you is, it's going to ask you for the points on the screen which are 0, right? So once you press calibrate, you're going to have to take a picture using your phone. Now it doesn't have to be like a, you know, stunning picture, so use like a low megabyte one, so low settings. So basically, you want to position your phone and you want to stand in the exact same place for both pictures. So take your first picture, get your reference points lined up as close as possible so you can detect the miniature movements. So I've got both reference points here. You've got your base and your ceiling, and then you've got your actual balance. And make sure that the actual wood or the balance is straight, you know, flat. You don't want it like this. You want it so you can see underneath and it's perfectly kind of like, you know, lined up. And then you take a picture. So I will actually press camera click. There you go, taking a picture now. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to use the arrows on the screen to set up your reference points. Now there's one that says R1. Now I can't remember exactly which one they were, but there's one at top which is R1 or R2. You want to line that up so that the arrow points exactly on this reference point. The bottom one, which is R1 or R2, I think it's R2, you want to line that up exactly so it's there. Okay, you're not, don't make it center, make it the top, the exact position. And then the middle one is basically the red arrow. That's your, your center, your start position for your balance. So on your actual picture, once you've taken a picture, on the picture, you need to drag your finger up and down on the screen. That will move the arrow, and you'll see a red line going across the picture. And you're line the red line or the arrow exactly on the bottom of this. It can be at the top, but I think the bottom is going to be more accurate and easier to basically detect. Right, so the red line, bottom of the balance. Okay. Once you've done that, you then press cam 2, which is in the top right. You might be somewhere else in different versions, but it's basically camera with the number 2 on it. Okay. Once you press that, you want to again stand in the exact same place you were before. Get it lined up with your reference points, and then you want to get your weight. You might actually want to use, another person. So if you've got someone else to give you a hand, you get them to put the weight on, and you can stand in the same position with the camera. So you can stand there with the camera, okay, and then you've got, the other person can then put the object down, and then you can use the camera. So I'm going to weigh this kind of drill. So as you can see, I've got it lined up, and then put it down. So as you can see, it's moved down. Yeah, so then I'll move into the exact same position I was with the first picture, exact same position, as accurately as you can, right? Then you want to press the camera picture, press click or whatever buttons on your phone, take a picture. Okay, got it. Okay, then you can move away from that. And then again, what you want to do is you want to line your reference points up. So again, the top yellow arrow, line you up with that one. Bottom yellow arrow, line you up with that one, pretty straightforward. And then you got your green arrow. Your green arrow is your, the moved position, right? So then you're going to move the green arrow down, again to the bottom here, because that's moved down. And you want to detect the difference. So basically, the green arrow line up to the bottom of that. Okay? And then that's it. You then press start or calculate, which is currently at the bottom right of the screen. Okay, press that, and then if you're calibrating, it's going to ask you for your calibration weight. So you would have known the weight of this drill, or if you put a can of Coke or a 2-litre bottle of Pepsi or 6 gallons of milk, you would know the weight of that. Okay, you've got the measurement. Put in the weight in milligrams. So you got a 2-litre bottle of Coke, just for example, say it's 5,000 or 10,000 milligrams, 10 grams. Yeah, put in 10,000, press OK. Is then going to calculate the calibration value. You're going to need this to weigh anything. Once you've got that, press OK. The cal button will light up green at the moment. Okay, so you know it's been calibrated. Right, so what you do now is you again set up your balance so it's in the right place again. Yeah, and then basically you can start weighing. So to start, you're going to press the camera 1 button. At the moment it's in top right again, so it's a camera with the number 1. Okay, press that. Again, set it up, central neutral position. That's your center. Take a picture. Yeah. Take a picture, and then that's it. Line your arrows up. You got your top yellow arrow, your bottom yellow reference arrows. Those are 2 reference arrows. Yeah. And then your red, that's your start position for your balance. Right, let's line that up. And then once that's done, press camera 2. That's top right at the moment. The camera with number 2 on it. Press that. Take your next picture. And then again, line your reference points up. Top one, bottom one. And then in the middle you've got your green arrow. Scroll the picture with your finger, drag your finger down, up and down. And then move the green arrow. You'll see a green line going across the screen to help you. Okay, once you've done that, then that one's done. The other thing is, when you've selected an arrow, you can select an arrow by clicking on it. Click on the red or click on the reference arrows. It'll then show you the line. Once you've got a line on the picture, you can tap. So if that was a line, you can tap above the picture, above the line on the picture, and below it.